Hello, my friend, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Daily. My name is Aaron Machbitz. Did John Cena bury Cody Rhodes? Well, that's the debate. That's the question. That was all over the internet wrestling community for the last couple weeks before this epic promo battle, before John Cena and Cody Rhodes happened on the March 31st edition of Monday Night Raw. Because their first two encounters, John Cena and Cody Rhodes, the first two encounters after John Cena joined forces with The Rock were a bit mild. Nothing really happened. John Cena was just talking shit. He was talking about abuse. He didn't really direct any of his smack talk towards Cody Rhodes. They didn't really go head to head. There was no touching. There was no confrontation. There wasn't really any face-offs. I guess, yes, it was building some intensity. So during their third face-off and encounter, people were expecting something to happen and really anticipating some intensity to break out. And then I think we got that on the third encounter. John Cena comes out in London. Cody Rhodes comes out immediately, and they start talking shit. Cody Rhodes sort of does what everyone should do if they're going to get bullied, right? Come on top of the thing that people are going to make fun of you for. Own it, understand it, your list, stardust, anything that sort of makes you unique and who you are. Cody Rhodes does that, and then John Cena still goes off. Cody Rhodes goes off. Now everyone is saying that John Cena cooked him, he buried him, Cody Rhodes is done. Like, that doesn't make any sense. You have to think, like, Cody Rhodes is going up against John Cena and The Rock, two of the biggest stars that have ever graced WWE inside and outside WWE. Their fame goes beyond professional wrestling. And Cody Rhodes absolutely 100% held his own has been holding his own since he got the shit kicked out of him at, Elimination Chamber. And so you have to have immense star power to be able to hold crowds, to sell merchandise, and to be just as over as The Rock and John Cena. And yes, John Cena is one of the best to ever do it on the mic. He's known for that. This wasn't his best promo of all time. It was a really good one. But to say that he buried Cody Rhodes and Cody Rhodes can't come back for this, he's not a star, he's not a champion, everything that John Cena said was true, is just a lie. You're just falling into the trap of what John Cena said. I absolutely love John Cena. He is my GOAT. He's the greatest of all time. My Mount Rushmore of John Cena, Randy Orton, Macho Man, and Shawn Michaels. But he did not bury Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes looked the best and sounded the best he's looked on the mic for maybe the whole time he's been back in WWE. He came with it. He stood his own. He standed there tall, and then we actually had some physical altercations. He hits him with the crossroads. He stands tall. John Cena, I'm not sure that might be his last appearance on Monday Night Raw until we get to WrestleMania, which is only a couple weeks away, yes, but maybe we want to see one more encounter. I'd like to see The Rock enter the picture, and I want someone to get bloody. I want someone to get beat up on this road to WrestleMania. Like, that's not Cody Rhodes getting his revenge. That's just one crossroads. That's a regular wrestling move that gets hit all the time. That is not Cody Rhodes getting his revenge on John Cena and The Rock for what they did to him at Elimination Chamber and what they plan to do at WrestleMania 41, where John Cena plans to win that title and quote-unquote ruin wrestling. But to go online and say that John Cena absolutely buried Cody Rhodes is a false statement. Yes, John Cena cooked, or whatever you say. Yes, John Cena had some great words and great lines, and so did Cody Rhodes, had some great words and great lines. Some were truth, some were fabricated. All that is mixed into a great promo where there's truth, there's lies, there's fabrications, there's exaggerations, there's people from the past, old. All these subjects sort of meshed into one segment of like 16 minutes long to open Monday Night Raw was fantastic. But you have to give Cody Rhodes credit for standing his own, being as over as anyone else is, selling merchandise. People want to see Cody Rhodes, and to say he got buried or is buried or he's just like this, perfect sort of baby face. He's not. Like, he is a fantastic champion. He's carried the belt since last year's WrestleMania when he had this beautiful story, this 2-year story with Roman Reigns. Now he's going into this feud with John Cena. Who knows what's going to happen? Is John Cena going to win? Are they going to create a longer feud there? Is someone going to sort of join Team Cody Rhodes? Maybe Stone Cold Steve Austin, maybe Randy Orton, maybe someone joins Team Rock and John Cena and Travis Scott. Like, there's so much going on, but you have to understand that you have to give Cody Rhodes credit. To be able to go toe-to-toe and stand tall with someone like John Cena and The Rock is incredible, just like CM Punk can do that. right? Just like CM Punk has that ability, Cody Rhodes also has that ability to be just as over, just as popular as these guys. And so it actually means something for the fans to want to boo John Cena and The Rock, because you don't want to boo John Cena and The Rock. They're two of the most popular superstars of all time, but now they are bad guys and they're doing bad things. And you have this top babyface, and if he can get the good reactions and they can get the boos, then it just works out really well. And then you have to give credit where credit is due. And I think Cody Rhodes looked the absolute best he's looked on the mic. I can't wait for this match. We know that WrestleMania 41 is heating up. More matches keep coming, more just things starting to shake out. And one of the hottest things going, which was a bit mild again a few weeks ago, has now turned into something that is really, really, really exciting, which is this Gunther and Jey Uso. I mean, I really think they used that botched dive to really stamp home what the actual story is of this match, this self-doubt, this confidence crisis that Jey Uso is having. And when you get Gunther to be ruthless and aggressive and mean and dastardly and not giving a fuck about anyone else except him and that title, you get what we saw on this March 31st edition of Monday Night Raw, where he's just absolutely unleashed. He beats the shit out of Jimmy. I think that match itself with Jimmy Uso should have been a lot shorter. Should have just been big boot, powerbomb, done, choke out, right? That would have really set the stage for Jey Uso. Like, oh my God, he just beat Jimmy in 15 seconds. What the fuck am I going to do? Right? But the match was a good match. Ended up going the way it should have went, where Gunther just made him pass out, right? Beat the shit out of him. Big boos, power bombs, clotheslines, all the stuff that Gunther does, and then chokes him out, keeps lifting him up, doesn't want him to lose, wants to keep the punishment going, boom, then puts in the sleeper hold, then have all this boom, 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 back and forth, and then Jey Uso comes out, he gets locked to the ring, and then Jimmy's bloody, and then Gunther's wiping the blood all over himself, just looking like an absolute ruthless killer. And you cannot deny the fact that this feud has absolutely picked up some heat going into WrestleMania 41. Yes, we know that the WrestleMania Night 1 main event is the triple threat. We know the WrestleMania Night 2 main event is John Cena and Cody Rhodes. But don't be surprised if this match of Jey Uso and Gunther steals the show on WrestleMania Night 1. Because yeah, people were like, oh my God, I can't believe Jey Uso won the Royal Rumble. I was the same way. And then this match, then this feud has sort of been kind of just a little bit boring. Nothing has picked up. And then Gunther started wrestling every week on Monday Night Raw. Then you had this sort of confidence crisis with Jey Uso. Then you get Jimmy Uso involved. And then you have this sort of culmination of it all with this scene on Monday Night Raw where Jimmy is bloodied. He's bloodied. Jey Uso is tied to the ring. Gunther is standing tall with the blood all over him, just as the ring general stands there over his victims. This feud has absolutely picked up, and if you're ignoring that and still bashing it, then you're not actually watching the show and being invested in how good this is. So this match could absolutely steal the show at WrestleMania 41, which I do believe Jey Uso will win. I think it would actually be really good for the story if Gunther wins, and then maybe Jey Uso keeps picking up steam, and then maybe he wins that strap at SummerSlam or later on. But man, if you stamp home this confidence crisis and you use that at WrestleMania, you could actually extend this story maybe to SummerSlam, and then it means even more when he wins the big one at SummerSlam. He's overcome all odds, he's overcome the doubt and the confidence, and it's exactly what people want to see because they believe in that narrative. So maybe you keep proving to yourself that Gunther is the ring general, the dominant, ruthless champion, and then maybe you extend this story out as it picks up a ton of steam. So really, really cool stuff going on there. And then basically it's like, yes, WrestleMania 41 is heating up. Again, everyone says that this WrestleMania 41 build-up sucks. It's boring. The only match we should care about is John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. And it's like, just not true. Just watch the product and enjoy what's happening in front of you. I mean, we get AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. That's a cool matchup that you absolutely thought you'd never see. You never thought you would see AJ Styles, one of the greatest performers of all time, wrestle a YouTuber and social media sensation 4 or 5 years ago. When he's having just wars with Samoa Joe, in TNA, now he's wrestling a YouTuber at WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas. A YouTuber who's quite athletic, can do some stuff in the ring. They're going to have a great match just simply because AJ Styles is one of the best performers in the world, and you can't not have a good match with AJ Styles. That's a sick match. You have one of the biggest triple threat matches of all time in Roman versus Punk versus Rollins. You have John Cena's last WrestleMania ever, potentially, versus Cody Rhodes. I mean, you have The Rock's involvement, potentially Potentially Stone Cold Steve Austin's going to be there. I just talked about Gunther versus Jey Uso, two of the best performers in the world, and Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre are going to wrestle. You have three of the best women's wrestlers on the planet wrestling. Io Sky, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley going to wrestle. You have Charlotte Flair returning versus Tiffy Time. You have all of these fucking dope matches. And if you can't sit there and look at the card and be like, wow, this is incredible, I'm fired up for this, then maybe you're not actually a fan of professional wrestling. And so WrestleMania is heating up. We're deep into the road of WrestleMania. I mean, it's only a couple weeks away. I'm excited. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And then like this video, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Subscribe to the channel. Share this with every single professional wrestling fan you know on the planet as we grow this channel together. I very much appreciate it. Thank you. And I'll see you next time. Lots of love. Cheers.